Chapter 3: Putting your speech together. Where do I begin? This is the question students often ask when faced with the task of writing a speech. The answer is that you must begin with a speech topic and a clear purpose of speaking. Once you have selected those, you can start gathering and organizing information for your speech. This chapter will help you organize and outline your thoughts and information so that you can deliver a logical, clear speech. In this lesson, we will see how to present a speech about a strong point of view or a personal opinion. Like any presentation, we have three main parts: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. The introduction gets the listener's attention, states your opinion and previews the reasons for your opinion. The body supports with examples and presentation aids, explains the first reason for opinion, the second, and then the last one. The conclusion summarizes the reasons for your opinion and makes memorable final remarks. So every speech has three parts: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Which part of a speech do you think you should prepare first? Which comes first? Is it the introduction or the body, or the conclusion? The correct answer may surprise you. The best way to prepare a presentation is: you prepare the body first, then go to the conclusion, and finally you need to prepare the introduction. Now, let's listen to Fatimah's presentation on a point of view. Listen carefully and observe how well the presentation has been organized. An introduction which has an attention-getter, statement of opinion, and a preview. The body has three main reasons explained with arguments. The conclusion has the summary and her final remarks.
Listen to Fatimah's model speech. Pay attention to her organization.
I never go out to lunch with friends. I don't go to movies. During the holidays, I can't go home to Egypt to be with my family. Why? I have no money. After paying for my tuition, books, rent, and transportation every month, I have almost no money left. When I applied for my student visa to come to the United States, I couldn't believe my ears when I found out I wouldn't be allowed to work full-time and go to school at the same time. In my opinion, it isn't fair that most international students aren't allowed to work full-time while they're studying in the United States. So today, I'd like to present 3 good reasons why I believe foreign students should be allowed to work as much as they'd like. First, working would help us pay our many different expenses. Second, being in a workplace with Americans would help us improve our proficiency in English. Third, working would help us learn American customs. My first point is that we should be allowed to work as much as we need to in order to help us pay our bills. Before I came to the United States, I knew it would be expensive to live here, but I didn't realize how expensive. The reality is, I don't have enough money to pay for my tuition and living expenses and buy all my textbooks too. To save money, I try to borrow books from friends, but sometimes they can't lend me their books and I can't do my homework. A couple of times I even had to borrow money so I could buy groceries. I felt like this beggar. Also, I have to share an apartment with 4 other students. They like to play loud music and I can't study. It stresses me out when they won't be quiet. If I could make more money, I could get an apartment with just 1 roommate. Then I could have some peace and quiet and get my studying done. Also, during the holidays, I would be able to afford a plane ticket back to Egypt. Okay, my second reason for wanting a full-time job is that it would help me improve my English. I would have the opportunity and the need to practice speaking English more. I would also have more chances to practice listening to different English speakers. So you see, being allowed to have a full-time job would help me learn English faster, and then I would do better in school too. My last reason for wanting to work full-time is that it would help me learn more about American customs. Depending upon where I worked, I'd see how Americans conduct business and act in different places, like offices, restaurants, stores, or sporting events. For example, my friend is a volunteer at a sports stadium. She learned that everyone stands up to show respect when the American national anthem is played at football and basketball games. Learning about customs like these would help me understand Americans better and make friends with them more easily. As you can see, I have some good reasons for my opinion that international students should be allowed to work as much as they want to. First, being able to have a full-time job would help us pay our bills. Second, it would help us improve our English. Third, it would help us learn more about American customs. Before I arrived in the United States, I was sure I'd be able to buy a car and live in a nice apartment. I was positive I'd have enough money to go out to eat and see a movie once in a while. But as they say, that's the way the ball bounces. If I want to study in the United States, I have to accept the law.
Now that you have finished listening to the presentation, let's go back and see the text of her presentation. Discuss these questions in small groups and find out the answers. If you are able to find answers for all, it means you are ready to prepare your presentation. Here is a list of topics to help you prepare the presentation with your point of view. Select one of them or have your own topic and prepare a presentation. Now that you have selected a topic, prepare a presentation for 3 minutes. An introduction, a body, and a conclusion. Remember to add 3 points to your introduction, 3 reasons to support your opinion, and a summary for the conclusion. Let's start preparing. Start with the body paragraph. Find 3 reasons with examples and presentation aids to support your argument. Make sure you add strong arguments and make your presentation very interesting. The aids you use should be relevant to the topic and they should make your presentation realistic. Now come to the conclusion. Summarize all your 3 reasons for your point of view and give a closing remark, which needs to be very effective. Make the final remarks very memorable. Finally, it's introduction time. A good introduction includes an attention-getting opener that captures your listener's attention immediately. The introduction should also contain a preview of the main points in the body of the speech. You may start with a question to arouse their curiosity or shocking the audience with a startling fact or quotation. Some examples may be like, "What I'm going to tell you could change your life. I'm going to discuss 4 important aspects to consider." That's all, gentlemen. Now it's your turn. Select a good topic, prepare well and practice it again and again until you become fully confident. Remember, practice makes the man perfect. Struggle makes the man achieve success. All the best, gentlemen. Get ready for your next presentation.